Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner Zink, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
In this episode of Claim Your Excellent Life, we are going to speak about the best reasons to improve your communication skills. And yes, this was another question asked by a querent. Gotta love those querents for their ideas, right? Anyway, this is how I answered it. The best reasons to improve your communication skills would all have to do with being able to be better understood. And there are a few things in life that are more frustrating in life than not being understood. Trust me, I know, with all the people who tell me to slow down my speech, speak louder, etc. When one is misunderstood, frustration can occur. Miscommunication causing all sorts of problems. And that can result in having arguments and losing friends or maybe even a job depending on where the miscommunication occurs. Text messaging is the worst of communication. It's really only useful as far as I am concerned for making appointments, confirming appointments, and getting addresses for those appointments, unless the person you are texting knows you very, very well. And there is no stupid abbreviations used that could be misinterpreted. Email can be okay, again if it's done formally or if the person knows you really well and can actually hear you speaking inside the email. In person is the best way to communicate because many nonverbal signs can be interpreted to get the best meaning possible, so long as one is listening to and hearing what the other is saying. So one of the things that we learned in hypnosis trainings is that there's many times when people will actually say no and shake their head yes, or more often they'll say yes, well, they are shaking their head no. And it is the nonverbal that we're interested in. That's the unconscious messaging, okay? So if you cannot see them, you don't get that messaging. And on the phone, we can hear the tonality because if you emphasize one word over another, you can change the meaning of the sentence. So these are also very important to understand. The other thing that happens a lot of times is that people are so concerned about what they're going to respond to the other person that they don't hear what the person is saying. And that causes a lot of embarrassment as well. Listen to what the person is saying to you. Then respond. It makes for much better communication. In writing, it is so important to use correct grammar. I don't know what is going on with these kids today, but the grammar is horrific. We have tools like Grammarly. I use it all the time ever since my graduate school because my grammar is atrocious. And that means there's really no reason to not be using appropriate grammar in your writing. So, what I would like to invite you to do is to really learn how to use the appropriate verbiage, meaning the correct words, that relay the message that you want the other person to understand. And if you are the person who is receiving the information, to listen to what is being said before you respond. And a lot of times, it's really important just to restate what the person said in such a manner as to say something like, I think what I heard you say was X, is that correct? Because you want to make sure that you have a meeting of the minds, especially if you're in a meeting or doing some consulting, things of this nature. It's really important. So with that in mind, do brush up on your communication skills. That means spoken as well as written, so that people can understand what you are saying, so you no longer have to lose friends or jobs over miscommunications. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me. Till next time. If you've enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, AT as in Tom, REON as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner Zink, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.